DeLorean? That looks like a DeLorean.
It doesn't look like a
It's
DeLorean.
a white DeLorean.
It's not. It's not a DeLorean.
It's a DeLorean.
What you gonna do when the Panther comes? What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Flying Surprise, here with my sister, Unicorn Pippa. We're here to review a movie, and it's not just any movie. It's definitely not Annihilation. It's Black Panther. So yeah, let's jump right in. I have some review after this.
Okay, do you want to start over?
No.
Where did we see the movie?
We saw the movie at some Edwards theater. You don't need to know the location. We don't want you looking for us. So we went to this theater, we got our tickets or whatever. We sit down and watch the movie. Now, before we talk about the actual movie, we should probably talk about the experience we had in the theater at the time, which was interesting, to say the least.
Okay, so I've never had a problem going into the theater and just sitting down. I never really paid attention to movies in theater, but I wasn't talking and I wasn't like loud or anything. This was my first experience where people were talking just a little bit. They were children and this guy had his phone out. It was kind of devastating, but anyway, this is how it happened.
We first walked in, right? We're walking up the stairs, and for some reason I'm bad with the stairs, so as I'm going up, I'm like constantly about to fall over and trip. And I keep seeing people look over at me, and I'm not sure if they're looking at me because I'm almost tripping and falling on the stairs, or if they're just nosy people. So I get to the part where I see our parents are sitting down in their seats.
And I'm sitting down a few seats next to them. My seat is a row above them, but there was a whole group of people just sitting in their seats, which was cool, but they were a seat over, and there was another family. The theater was packed. There was another family on the other side of where I was supposed to sit. And I had two seats for my brother and I, and so I couldn't sit where I was supposed to be because
people took our seats. I get to where the part where they are, and I see that they're sitting there, and I didn't hear the beginning whatever conversation was going on, but when I got there, I hear just and I look and I see is yelling at the people in the row behind us.
it was kind of embarrassing. She thought that I said they were mad because I asked them to move. What I did say was that they were going to get mad if I asked them to move because they were a huge group. They had like blankets on them and everything. But thankfully, he arrived and diffused the situation. And they all moved. All of them moved.
I thought it was unjustified anger. Well, I don't want to deal with anything. I'm just literally like.
He was super chill. He was super chill. Everyone was excited for this movie, so like no one had any bad attitude, which was really great.
So I went to the row where we were supposed to sit in, and I was like looking at the ticket, and I don't make eye contact with anybody, because then if you make eye contact, then they've got you in their sympathetic sights. So I'm like, ticket and chair, ticket and chair, and I get to our chair, and I'm like, oh, what a coincidence, you're sitting in our seat, can you please move? And then like, they look at me, and then look at the rest of their family, then they look back at me, then I'm like, yes, move, seat, not yours. And then they eventually all move. They eventually all move out of the way, and they move, and then all was well, and then we sat down. I went to go get a box so I could get some popcorn, because we already got popcorn, but we were sitting in two different rows. When I got back, I sat down, everything was swell. The people to the left, they did the occasional ha 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 laugh,
Which was okay.
and the occasional jest, but only during the previews, and it was very infrequent. And during the movie, they were absolutely silent, except for the, ha ha ha, which is, appropriate.
And a little joke. We made a little joke. I forgot what part of the movie, but it was a really funny joke. We made a really funny joke. My brother said it, I said it, and then I heard the people at the left echo it, and that was okay. That was so cool.
That was harmony.
It was harmony, you know, and they weren't loud at all, so that was good.
That was all that happened before the movie.
Nearing the end of the film, actually no, it was like 40 minutes into the film, or maybe in the middle, when a person to the right of me turned on their phone. It was so bright. Explain. Tell them how bright it was.
So, this just pure white.
It was at the beginning of the film, because I remember I was trying to watch a beautiful scene of T'Challa and Nakia sitting in his ship and the sunrise coming up. And I remember I missed a little bit of it because the person sitting to the right of me turned on their phone. I thought a door to heaven had opened up. Honestly, it was so bright. I felt the heat from the phone shining down on my face. And I looked over, and I mean, I guess my eyesight is okay because his son was sitting right next to me, and then it was him, and I saw he was taking a BuzzFeed quiz. Then he went on Instagram, and I was just like, I mean, I missed 2 seconds of that scene, which was very short, but I mean, it was a beautiful scene, and I would have liked to seen it in its entirety. But yeah, I was so nervous, and he had it on for at least, it felt like
a good 10 minutes.
It felt like 20 minutes, but maybe it was like 5 minutes. It wasn't that long. And his kids were really behaving. They were behaving so good. At the end, they were kind of getting antsy and like jumping around, but not jumping around that much. They were very good. They were very good kids. They did yell a few sentences, but then just like quieted down when they were told to.
So I was on the other side of this one, and I could still. It was like she wasn't even there. The light was still permeating through her skin into my side of my eyes.
I was erased from existence from that beaming light.
It was still a very good movie experience, but I wish I could have drop kicked somebody.
Oh, and at the end of the movie, I didn't see this, but my brother saw this. Someone threw popcorn.
Yeah. So the movie ends, right? There was this very, very serious family that sat to the right of the guy with the phone, and it was the end of the movie, and they were getting ready to leave, and they seemed like nice people and everything. The people behind them were like, "Oh, the movie's over." It could have been some like tradition thing, like movie tradition, where like at the end of the movie they throw their popcorn, but like they literally took their popcorn and just like dumped it on the family in front, and the family in front was like mad.
It was the family that was next to me. Right?
No, the family that was on the other side of the guy with the phone.
They were the last family.
The last row, yeah. The last row on our right.
Oh.
And
I didn't see it, but I saw the mess. It was huge.
That was interesting. Like I saw it like in the corner of my eye. I just see like a bunch of like dark yellow, like little like. And then I look and I just see.